The government is reportedly considering withdrawing exemption for the farmer tribal area, my district, and including essential food items such as ghee, cooking oil, tea, sugar, infant formula, and dry milk under the third schedule. Under this proposal, printing of retail prices on picking will become mandatory. The move came at a time when the market districts are already facing serious economic challenges, including poverty, unemployment, and limited business opportunity. What will be the possible impact on consumer? The former federally administered tribal area FATA, now Mar district, remain among the most underdeveloped region of the country. Year after the merger, this area continued to struggle with weak economic infrastructure, limited unemployment opportunity, and low household income. According to the proposed plan, Indian tax exemption in this region could significantly increase the cost of doing business. Traders urge the higher taxation and compliance costs may be directly translate into higher price of essential commodity including ghee, sugar, tea, cooking oil, and infinite formula. For local consumer already burdened by inflation, unemployment, even a small increase in price can have a serious impact on household budget. Many families in this area depend on a daily wage or limited income source, making them highly weak to any rise in the cost of essential goods. On the other hand, placing this item under the third schedule will require company to print the maximum retail price on package. This is expected to improve price transparency and reduce the changes of our changing by retailer. Ensure that consumers are aware of official prices. The Mar district are widely considered one of the most economically weak regions in the country, despite integration into national mainstream system. Development indicators remain low with limited access to stable job, industry activity, and market infrastructure. Local residents often depend on agriculture, small-scale trade, or labor-based jobs. As a result, even minor up and down in the price of daily necessity directly affect household stability. Residents and traders in the region express concern that removing tax exemption withdraw introducing alternative relief measure could be further increase financial pressure on already struggling communities. A local resident told Pakistan Connect, people here are already struggling to meet basic needs. Any increase in price will make life even harder. Traders also warn that small business may face additional strain due to increased taxation and operational costs. Experts suggested that while the proposal may improve tax compliance and price transparency, it could also lead to higher inflation pressure in already vulnerable region. They recommended that any policy change in the Mother District should be accompanied by targeted subsidy or relief measure to protect low-income households from additional financial burden. The Mother District remains a region still recovering from decades of underdevelopment. Policymakers are therefore urged to balance fiscal reform with ground reality to ensure that economic adjustment do not further deepen hardship for local community and the tribal districts.
They call this place Mini Brazil. And right now, walking through Liari, you understand exactly why. Every wall is painted with flags, Brazilian yellow and green covering. Entire building face, portraits and Messi, Ronaldo and Neymar staring back at from the allies. Giant screen going up at every ground and every street corner. And everywhere you looked kids playing football in the narrow vending lanes. Developing the kind of a close controlled dribbling the only come from the growing up in the space that is the right. Everywhere you look kids playing football in the narrow building lens, developing the kind of a close control dribbling that only comes from the growing up in the space this right. Liari gets talked about wrong reason, but every 4 years the World Cup arrives and this neighborhood becomes the most alive place in all of Karachi. I'm here to show you why. Before I leave, notice something on one of those walls, right among the Brazilian and Argentina and Portuguese flag. There is a Pakistan flag, and it makes completely sense because Pakistan is always in the World Cup. Every single football used in the entire tournament, everyone is made in Sialkot. Pakistan is stitching on every goal scored in every stadium. This summer, a piece of Pakistan also is there. Liari is ill-famed for tough wars, difficult times. But football has always been the thing that unites it. And this World Cup, like every World Cup before it, Liari well forgot its troubles. Gather around its big screens and remind the world exactly who it is. Mini Brazil, Karachi, Pakistan Connect. Follow for more.